very important for the European Union to help create an internet of humans, because the internet is just so important economically and socially and for all parts of everyday life. But what has developed, and most of it has been very positive, is something which increasingly means that it is a business in itself, in which profit may come ahead of the interests of the individual. And that's why, insofar as we have the policy tools and the regulatory tools, and of course the research and innovation tools, we want to try and inflect that and to push the internet in a positive direction, to go back to its organic roots where groups and communities actually developed it. And in this case, those groups and communities that we're now working with in the NGI community, they can put the human at the center in a very concrete way. It's not just a question of principles, but also by developing technologies that allow the individual, the human, to feel safe, to be confident to actually use the internet in their social life, in their daily life, and in their working life. I think when we look at some of the more important policies that will feed into the development of the next generation internet and also to making it a reality, the first has to be the respect for the individual. And that comes, of course, with regard to the protection of personal data. We already have the General Data Protection Regulation, and we have a e-privacy proposal on the table. They, together with what we're doing on personal data security, will be the first, if not the most important foundation, because it's only with that privacy that we can give people confidence to embrace the internet. The human-centric internet will only work if the humans feel that it is for them. Another element is, of course, the technology itself, the efforts that we are putting into identifying what are the best security technologies, of course, but even what are the best algorithms for search. What are the best ways that we can use data? What are the best ways that we can reuse and serve that data back to individuals or to small companies in ways that is helpful to them? So that work on data and on data technologies is, of course, very important. And the third, well, it goes back to the basics. It goes back to where the internet came from. Of course, we have to have the infrastructure, we have to have the connectivity, and basically what would be wires but now wireless to connect us all up. But that infrastructure now, looking forward, and becomes part of that third group of things that we need for NGI. It's infrastructures like blockchain infrastructures, the ability to build safe sharing technologies which cut out the centralized forces that used to control connections and make it available to everybody. So we need to have 5G connectivity to have that high-speed ability to deal with lots of data coming from different sources, to be able to process that data and to give information back to a piece of equipment, to a sensor, or of course to the individual. Just as much as we need the crypto technologies, we need the cyber and security technologies. But we also need things like IoT sensors. We need to be able to have cheap but secure embedded IT intelligence in all sorts of different pieces of equipment, and they will contribute to creating this ecosystem. And then on top of that, the security technologies, including in particular personal data spaces, will allow the individual to feel and to be in reality in control of their internet environment. So it's those other technologies are the building blocks. NGI comes at the top and is the ultimate goal.